Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the course Computer Science 172, Introduction to Computer Modeling. My name's Tom Gallagher, and I want to introduce you to the course. I'm going to do so with this little video here. First, multitask. Hello, everybody. Uh, Welcome to this online class. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to introduce myself, go through maybe a kind of a quick overview of the Blackboard shell, and I also want to review the course syllabus today. Okay. As I mentioned, my name is Tom Gallagher. I currently serve as Department Chair for the Applied Computing and Electronics program over on the COT campus. I also act as Director for the Computer Technology or Information Technology AAS degree program. CSCI 172 is a required course for that program. It's also a service-based course. I think it's heavily used among many of the business-related fields, and then I think you also find it with some of the other more general education courses too. It's a very useful course where I think anytime you take a computer course, there's utility in it, and I think this particular course, which covers spreadsheets and databases, I think you'll find you'll be able to utilize in a number of your future academic courses, and probably out in once you get in your career field too. So let me start by going back over here. I'll multitask. By the way, Alt Tab, if you haven't used that before, allows you to move from one screen to another. All right, so I have a couple different applications running in the background here. Here is my Blackboard shell, and this will be what we'll use for this semester. And we have actually it's known as a learning management system. This course utilizes two different learning management systems. We use Blackboard, which is a standard that the University of Montana utilizes right now for online learning. We also use a Pearson product, and Pearson is our textbook publisher. And that product's known as My IT Lab, and it has some great simulations for the Office suite. So I'll introduce that to probably in a future little webcast here. So let me go through this here. When you first come in a shell, you'll find a welcome screen. The content on this will rotate weekly. I'll try and put up some classroom notes for you. And then I'll also have a little schedule here. I'm going to try and do something a little different this semester than I've done previous semesters, where I have a weekly schedule. This is actually a hyperlink, and this will take you to the work that's available for the week too. Okay, so that's my welcome screen. Let me punch in course information here. Here you'll find a copy of the syllabus. I suggest you download a copy of it and review it. I'm going to go over it today, so it'll help out a little bit. It's information here in the course. My faculty contact information is in here, including my email address, my telephone number, office hours, and my office is located on the COT East Campus in office number 8014-01. Just because it's online class doesn't mean that you can't come onto campus and get help. So I treat my online students just like my regular traditional students. You're welcome to come in and visit me during office hours. If you would prefer to give me a phone call, that's fine too. So again, you're welcome to come onto campus here. Required materials, we do have a required textbook, and I'll just say, and I noted this in my welcome screen, number one priority for you right now is pick up your textbook, because not only does it have content that you'll need to read, but there's also subscription there, or an access code, so you can get into My IT Lab, our learning management system. So you'll need to get that, and I would anticipate if I were a student in class, I'd pick that up today if I don't already have that. Also, this class, not to be too proprietary oriented, but this class need a Microsoft operating system to get through it. We're using Microsoft products here, so you also need to have a copy of the Office 2010 suite. And there's a variety of variations with that, but make sure you have Excel, which all Office suites have, but also make sure that your Office suite has a copy of Microsoft Access. We'll also need to use Internet Explorer as a web browser. I'm using Firefox right now, and Firefox works fine for Blackboard, but it doesn't work for My IT Lab. Again, they have some proprietary software features there. So make sure you have that. Again, you're welcome to come on to campus. We have lots of computer labs, both on the COT campus and up on the main campus too. And most of them are loaded with this software, so you can probably do your work on campus if you don't have a Windows proprietary machine. All right, show you other sections here. You looked at the welcome course information. Here's learning units. And I structure all my content into learning units. And here's Unit 1. I think we have about 7 or 8 units planned in this class. So Unit 1 here is Introduction. If you click on that link, here's all the content for the course there. Okay, so here's getting started. And what you'll find, these learning units are broken up into modules here. This particular learning unit has 6 modules. They always start out with a little bit of introduction and then some of the outcomes. The very last component of any learning module will be some sort of assessment. There'll be and usually not too big, but there'll be this particular one has you do a discussion board where you're just asked to introduce yourself. Okay, so learning units. Other thing I have here is I have a schedule, and this will be updated weekly. So in archive too. So here's what we're doing week 1, which is January 24th here. You'll find that this is also going to be reflective with whatever's in that welcome screen. Okay. Last link you'll find over here in the margin is a place where you can go in and check your grades. Okay, so we'll try and keep that up to date. If you have any questions or anything, please let me know, especially with grading. I think that's where sometimes we have misunderstandings. So anything comes up, get them out there right away. All right. I have our syllabus here. Let's run through this. This is a 3-credit course. Prerequisite for this, we like everybody to have Math 90, which is introductory algebra, and then some basic computer experience. And when I say basic computer experience, I will assume that you know how to use a word processor, how to find information out on the web, how to use Blackboard, how to send and receive email, and maybe even just a little bit of information about what a spreadsheet is. And then we'll kind of build upon this. All right, course description, official course description here. This is problem solving and data modeling using computer productivity software. Emphasis using spreadsheets and databases for data analysis. And then we have a formal presentation of results. Okay. Course overview. This class focuses on using the computer as a modeling tool for analysis of data sets. Okay. And I think that's what's really important. We're going to work through Excel. We're going to work through Microsoft Access. But really, our focus in this class is working with data. You know, that's what we're really trying to do. We're not trying to teach you a software package here, but how do you analyze data and what can you do with the computer and a simple productivity suite to come up with conclusions and summaries based upon some data analysis. Our learning outcomes, when you be able to, by the time the class is over with, create, manipulate, and format data in a spreadsheet. Create and use formulas, including conditional formulas. Use a spreadsheet to do some basic descriptive statistics. Design and use charts to present data. Work with large tables. Design a spreadsheet to implement a computer model. Work with database tables and queries. And understand how table relationships are used. The textbook, well, the information's listed here on the syllabus. We're using a Grauer textbook. It's a Pearson product. Be sure you get the copy from the University of Montana bookstore. What we've done is work with the publisher to have a custom edition of this particular textbook. By doing so, we're able to bring the overall price of the textbook down. The other aspect of this is that the MyIT software subscription is included in this price. So get the copy from the bookstore. Don't order it anywhere else. Okay, and then the other required material is a computer with Microsoft operating system. Okay, so how are grades figured? Well, I got 3 different areas that we assess students on. One, we're going to have, I call them daily assignments, but we'll have assignments. And that's going to be 40% of your grade. And those are smaller components. I really believe that to fully understand computers and data modeling, I think we will take an approach of learning by doing. You can read about all you want, but you actually need to do some stuff. So I try and put together probably 3 or 4 little exercises to do every week. Makes a lot of grading on our end, but I think you learn more that way, and we've tried to automate a lot of that. Second component is that we have projects. Projects are going to be at the conclusion of units. And we'll probably have, I believe, 6 or 7 projects this semester. That amounts to 40% of your grade. Those are independent. Those are in place of a test. We're going to give you a project. So I'll ask you to go do something again. It's kind of when, sometimes students get hung up on a particular exercise, something in a project, that's an assessment. So don't expect a lot of help on those. You should be able to, if you've done all your daily assignments, you should have the ability to independently work on those, and that's kind of what we're assessing there. And that's 40% of your grade. And then the last 20%, we do a concept and vocabulary-based final exam, and that'll be administered, of course, during finals week, and that's 20% of your grade. All right, so grading scale, we're on what I think is pretty standard. 90, 100 is an A, 80, 89 is a B, 70, 79 is a C, and 60, 69 is a D. The other thing I'm trying to put together with this particular online class, we try and use a lot of multimedia tools. We're redeveloping this course for Office 2010, so we'll probably be adding some of those as are needed. But I like to use YouTube. I like to use you know, the technology tools that are out there. Do little webcasts or podcasts on this too. One thing about I guess late assignments, I really don't accept late assignments, and you know, if you have a due date, we expect it due on that particular date. Particularly when we're done with the unit, please don't ask for late works or late assignments. Now, saying that too, I like to think I'm a reasonable person. If you have things coming up in, you know, we all have personal lives and all sorts of things happen. So if you do have you know, some major event that is going to cause you to turn in an assignment late, just give me a heads up on it and explain why too, okay? Because I'm going to expect that. Why are you going to be late with this assignment? And you have a good reason, I'll go ahead and approve it. But generally speaking, I don't accept those. Academic conduct. Academic honesty, of course, is expected in any collegiate course. I put a link here to the student conduct code. Sometimes on the web, I think it gets we get on a kind of a slippery slope sometimes. So here's kind of, I'll just read this last two sentences here. It is expected that each student will input his or her assignment in a computer, and each student must be able to explain any assignment turned in. So really do your own work. I think collaboration's a good when you're first trying to get started on things, but when you start doing projects and stuff, don't collaborate. That's your work at that point. All right. Dropping and adding courses. There's policy on that. I put a link again to the university catalog on that. And so go ahead and check that out if you have any questions. If you're middle of semester, you decide you want to drop the course, let me know. There's only an A, B, C, D, F grading scale here. We don't do a credit, no credit option with this course. Last thing I have on the syllabus here is accommodations. If you have been diagnosed with some sort of disability, I'm certainly willing to help you out with any accommodations that you need. Please communicate with me on that one though. Please give me a call and we'll discuss it and try to help you out the best we can with that. Okay, so that's the syllabus, and at the bottom of the syllabus you'll find a kind of a proposed topic outline. And we've been able to get through the majority of this material past semesters, but again, we got a new textbook. We've jumped up to Office 2010 here this semester, so I'm hopeful that'll still be the case here. All right, so good luck in the class. Thanks for listening to my short lecture here, and I hope you have a great semester. I think you'll find this to be a useful and interesting course for you.